Hello friends, my name is Vijay and you are watching Go to Genius channel. In this video, we will learn about the margin and padding of an element. What is the margin and padding and how to write the CSS for margin and padding. So let's start with the margin. First, what is the margin? Margin clear the space outside the element. Same as we have padding. What is the padding? Padding clear the space inside the element. So padding is just opposite of margin. Padding clear the space inside the element. So let's try to understand by an example. Here I have a div element and I want to move this div element from one side or any side. This div has some content. If you want to change the position of this div from any side, like left hand side, from top, then we will use the margin for that. For example, now I just want to move my element 40 pixel from the left hand side, then I will give the margin left 40 pixel. So my element will be shift 40 pixel from left hand side. Same as we have padding. If we want to clear the space inside the element, then we use the padding. For the content, suppose I am giving the 30 pixel padding from each side, then 30 pixel space will be clear from top, right, bottom and left hand side for this content. For better understanding, I have made an example for the clarity. Here I have taken a one parent element and inside this I have a one paragraph element with some text, and I have written some CSS for these two elements, div and paragraph. For div I am using parent element class, and for the paragraph I am using child element class. I have just given the width, height and border for parent, same as I have given the width, height and border for child element, means for paragraph element. So first let's see our code into the browser. Now here we can see our parent element with the gray border here, and my child element is paragraph with orange border here. Suppose I want to move my element 40 pixel from top and left hand side, then what I will do? Then I will use the margin for that. This is my child element which I want to move. Now I will give the margin top 40 pixel and margin left 40 pixel. Now let's see. Now here is the result. My element has been shifted 40 pixel from top and 40 pixel from left hand side. So we can check in developer tool. I am just putting this developer tool on the right hand side. Here I am selecting my element. Then you can see the margin top, it's getting 40 pixel and margin left 40 pixel. This orange border you can see. Suppose I want to give the 40 pixel space from all the side for this element, then margin bottom 40 pixel and margin right 40 pixel. Now go to the browser, reload the page. Now we can see the 40 pixel space has been cleared also from the bottom. On the right hand side there is no other element, that's why it's showing all the selected space from the right hand side. Now we have the scenario where we are getting 40 pixel margin from each side. In this case I will remove all this 4 property and I will give just one property instead 4. I will give just margin 40 pixel. So this is the shorthand property for margin. This margin property is equal to all those 4 properties which we have used earlier. So let's see into the browser. Now you can see there is no difference. We have given only one property, is a margin 40 pixel. So it's taking 40 pixel space around the element. So friend, this is the shorthand property of margin. When you are giving margin property equally for all the side, in that case we can use the single property instead of 4 property. Suppose you want to give the 40 pixel margin from top and bottom and 50 pixel from left and right. Then how we will use? For that we will use like this. Here one value is for top and bottom and second value is for left and right margin. So let's see into the browser. Now here we can check. For the more clarity we can see here, this is the structure of our element, where our element is here. It's using 40 pixel margin from top and bottom and 50 pixel margin from left and right, and width for this element is 250 pixel and height is 200 pixel. Okay friends, I hope you have understood how we can use the shorthand property for margin, same as we can use the shorthand property for padding also. In the last of this video I will also provide the annotation for the shorthand property of margin and padding. Now let's see how we can use the padding now. Here is our element and inside this element our some content text is coming here. Now I want to space around this text, suppose 30 pixel from top and left hand side. So how I will achieve this? Same as the margin, we can use padding. First we will add the full property, padding top 30 pixel, padding left 30 pixel. Let's see into the browser. Just refresh the page. Now you can see the space has been cleared around the text inside this div element. Now let's see in developer tool. Here when I select the element, you can see the padding, it's 30 pixel from top and 30 pixel from left. It is not showing any padding from right hand side and from bottom, because we have given only for the top and left hand side. Same as we can also give the padding for right hand side and bottom. Let's write padding right 30 pixel, padding bottom 30 pixel. Now let's check. Now here you can see it's a green border coming around our text. So it's showing 30 pixel from all the side. This is the padding. So instead of these 4 property, I will use only single property is padding 30 pixel. This is the shorthand property for padding when you want to use the same value from each direction. Now still it's getting 30 pixel from each side. So friends, margin and padding are the most common properties which we used in the real environment when we write the CSS for the HTML layouts. So when you will work on the CSS, then margin and padding is the basic common properties you have to use. So now you can see the annotation for the shorthand property of margin and padding. Friends, here we have annotations for the shorthand property of margin and padding. So now we can see when we have 4 property of margin and all 4 properties are equal, then we can write the shorthand property for all the direction like this. So this 40 pixel represents 40 pixel margin from each side. Same as when we have top and bottom values are equal and right and left values are equal, then we can write the shorthand property like this. First value and second value. First value represents the top and bottom margin and second value represents left and right margin. In the other hand, if we have a right and left properties are equal and top and bottom are the different from each other, in that case we can write the shorthand property like this with the 3 value. First value for top margin, second value for left and right margin, and third value for bottom. Same as we can write the shorthand property for padding. If all 4 values are equal for the padding from each direction, then we can write the shorthand property same as like a margin with the single value. This is the shorthand property for padding. Same as if top and bottom value is equal and right and left value are equal, then we can write the shorthand property with 2 values. First for top and bottom value and second for left and right value. And if we have the right and left value are equal and top and bottom values are different from each other, then we can write the shorthand property with 3 value. First value for the top, second value for left and right padding, and third value for the bottom. So friends, I hope you have understood the concept of margin and padding, how we can use in our CSS. So see you in next video.